Hey guys, good morning. I'm still so tired, but I don't want to drink anything because today's going to be really tight, which is why I'm doing a short little video clip. The sun's just now starting to come up in the horizon. It's still dark out, but we have exactly 10 hours, I think, on our cycle, and the GPS says like 8.5 hours to get there by car, and we got to go through mountains and stuff. East Coast version of mountains, that is, but it's gonna bog us down to probably 25 miles an hour. So I don't know how I can get there, but I've done everything I can the last 3 days to max my hours and get down the road, and it's just one thing after another. There's more delays. Last night the scale was having problems when I went to scale the load. That delayed me another 20 minutes talking to management and trying to get that straight. So anyway, we got to hit the road. Hopefully I can make it today. It's going to be so close. Hey guys, I made a quick stop at the rest area, and desperate times call for desperate measures, because I don't have time to stop and use the bathroom, and that happens sometimes in trekking, like without jeopardizing my load. So I have prepared for such contingencies. I have a stack here of espresso shots that I've been collecting from the truck stop. I knew they would come in handy one day, and of course a half and half to kind of help me gulp it down with a little stevia. So I'm going to take a coffee shot that's 80 milligrams of caffeine between the two, and then we're going to hit the road. Right, buddy? Guys, I made it just north of Fancy Gap. It is really pretty out here. I stopped at a rest area. So anyway, I have to take my 30-minute break. DOT rule. So I'm taking my 30. I've updated dispatch. My new ETA is an hour late for delivery because I've hit so many construction zones today and heavy traffic. And my average speed out here is only about 35 miles an hour because it's like real mountainous out here. If you've ever been through West Virginia down 77, it will slow you down. So my plan is to go south, then I gotta catch another highway. It'll be all hills today, but I'm hoping they'll kind of mellow out once I get south of 77. Anyway, it's gonna be a rush. I have 6 hours and 15 minutes left on my cycle. That's it. And my calculations, I always dispatch myself at 60. I do my ETAs at 55 miles an hour just to be safe, because that accounts for times that you're going 35 miles an hour in a construction zone or, you know, in mountains. And then of course I could go 68 miles an hour other places. So 55 is a good average. So unfortunately that comes up to almost 6 hours, like 5 hours 45 minutes. I have 6 hours 15 minutes left on my drive time on my cycle for the week. So once that cycle's done, this truck doesn't move until midnight. Hey guys, so we have kind of a situation. I am not at the shipping facility or the receiver. I have left. So long story short, got there. I kept hitting more delays. There was a train that came. So I ended up coming. I had like barely 5 minutes on my cycle left. And I only had 2 hours, just over 2 hours on my 14. So I get through security. They were really cool. They were really nice. But this turns out to be a grocery facility, like a full grocery facility. So enough said, if you guys have been driving a truck a while, you know how that's gonna go. So I get around the back, pull into the staging space I'm supposed to stage at. There is a huge line. It's one of those things, they're herding people in like cattle. So I finally get up, everybody's standing outside, finally get up to the window, and I'm like, hey, got kind of a situation. I am out of hours. I got 2 hours on my 14 left, and I was gonna see, is there any way that I could either drop the trailer, because the instructions say you are to drop the trailer where they tell you and disconnect. Then when you're ready, then when they're ready for it, you reconnect to the trailer, put it in a dock, and then disconnect. And so I asked if there was any way they could have like a hostler do that, and I come back for it because I'm just completely out of hours. And she's like, you're late. You're supposed to be here this afternoon, blah, 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 blah. And of course I was trying to be nice about it. At the same time, I was like, wait just a second. Okay, first of all, I apologize for being late, but I got handed this load late. And I busted my butt to get up here and get it to you guys. And all I'm asking is, you know, can you work with me? Is there a way maybe I can park overnight? You know, if you allow me to stay in a space overnight, I can at least sit there after we get it in a dock for you guys. And then that way I'm not violating my hours. She's like, nope, you can't do that. She's like, you're just going to have to stage, and then when they tell you, you're going to have to put it in a dock. And I'm like, okay, well, do you have a time frame for me? She's like, you're late. It may be tomorrow morning. I cannot give you a time when we're going to work. We'll just have to work you in at our leisure. That's how she put it. So I'm like, that's not going to fly. I mean, you know, if I run out of hours, I can't leave. And she's like, no, you'll have to leave. We don't allow you to stay here. So I'm like, okay, I've had about enough of this woman. So I'm like, okay, that's it. Give me my papers. I'll pull the load, whatever we have to do. I'll take the load back. You know, I'll get with my DM and try to reschedule this or something. But if I don't have hours, I'm not going to sit here and have you guys calling the police on me and tell me I have to leave when legally I can't. And it gets complicated. Yes, if I run out of hours in the dock and it was an unforeseen situation, yes, I can go to a safe location, right? The problem is with this facility, one, they want you to unload your own trailer. They said, the sheet says driver must unload their own trailer. I'm sure there's going to be a lumper involved and have that as an option, but it states you must unload your own trailer. Number one, I can't do that when I'm out of hours. I can't illegally off-duty work. Number two, if I got a stage in the yard and it could be halfway into the night and they want me in a dock, they said, once we call you, you can't stay there. You have to move it. I'm like, yeah, but if I'm out of hours, I can't move it. So I would have to violate my hours of service too to move the dang thing whenever they're ready for me. Unless I just happen to get a 10-hour break in the meantime, you know, but I can't be stop, go, moving this trailer off duty. Like, that's not going to fly. So I was so frustrated, so pissed after all the delays. So I called RTI 24/7 dispatch, and thank God they were cool about it. They said, oh my God, okay, yeah, okay, can you get to a safe location right now with what you got to work with? I'm like, yeah, there's a gas station 1 mile down the road. I said, I can do it in 5 minutes. So I did. I got here, it ran out of hours as they pulled in the parking lot. So they're like, I don't know what we can do because we got you on they got me another load. Like, they've got me an awesome load going to Texas with a lot of miles. They were going to have me set after delivery tonight for 34 hours, get my reset in, and then I was going to have this huge load with a lot of miles. So I was all excited. We had this all planned out. I've already got the load assigned. And now with this situation, I might be able to take it back tomorrow with the few hours that I get. But once again, that's not a guarantee. And two, if I got to sit for who knows how long, 14 hours or 12 hours or however long it takes them to get me unloaded, then I'm going to be sitting there, one. Two, I'm going to have to go back to a parking lot and sit for 34 hours, not getting paid. And then three, I'm going to run out of time because the next load's not going to be out till probably Monday. So I was like so frustrated. So anyway, long story short, they're seeing what they can do. Like I said, they're making notes, they're making phone calls. They said, just get down to the gas station, park the truck, let us know where you're at, the address, and we don't know if we can get another driver because it doesn't look likely, but we'll see what we can try to scrounge up. So that's what I'm up to. So I'm kind of exhausted, frustrated. I hate dealing with broke. It's a broker load. It's not a dedicated customer. That's why we're having issues. Like, RTI couldn't even get a hold of these people. They won't answer the phones. We tried to reschedule on the phone. Like, nobody will answer. We can't talk to anybody. You just have to show up. And then when you show up, they're like, well, we'll work you in when we want to. When's that going to be? Can't tell you. We can't work like that. I can't work like that as lease purchase driver. I can't just sit with no estimated time. If they tell me, we're running a little behind, next 2 to 4 hours, to be honest with you. Okay, fine. If I got the hours, I'll work with that. I've sat for 8 hours before. But the thing is, when they're sitting here not answering their phones, and then when I talk to them, they're saying, sorry, don't know. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow. Just whenever we get a chance, we'll work you in. I can't work like that, and that's where I may have to tell RTI dispatch, if I do have to take it back in, heads up. If they tell me that again, I'm probably going to flip him the bird and walk off, because we ain't gonna work like that. I hit every delay possible. My average speed today was like 30 miles an hour. It was ridiculous. I gave my ETA at 55. Plenty of time to get here. Hit construction zones, accidents, trains. There was a road that was showing legal on my atlas. When I got there, no trucks. So apparently the atlas isn't updated to the road listing. So I had to detour. So after you go through all of that, I've done everything I can to get here. No, so we got to figure out something, because I'm trying to be patient, but I don't have the patience, or I got too much of a temper to sit there and be told, might be today, might be tomorrow. You're just going to have to sit here and wait. No, we're not going to do that. You either do it in my hours or I'm gone. And if you guys aren't done and my hours are out, I'm going to leave without it. But you can't do that. You guys got to give me something freaking to work with. I'm sorry. 8 hours, fine. But give me something that I can legally work with. I can't be shuffling trailers for you outside my hours. So, that's enough for now, guys. I'm going to go calm down. Love you guys.